Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, Melrosians the world over. I'm Tom Catalini.
I'm Sam, not Jen.
And I am Tom Shampoo. Tom Catalini. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I got to do the thing, Tom.
I know,
it's like
cut you off,
this is the 79th show. There's a pattern that if you pay attention in the beginning, there is actually a pattern. This is Let's Talk Melrose. Melrose, a show where Melrosians talk to Melrosians about Melrose. If I didn't say that, what would people? They wouldn't know. They'd be disoriented for the entire show. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, sir.
No, I interrupted you. I'm sorry about that. I was only going to let you know that I can speak Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. Only three. Only three. We're down someone tonight.
We are.
All right. I wasn't picking up on it. I was like, geez, I'm glad you interrupted me. My head is spinning. And in no small part because Ben LeClaire is not here. And we are, let's just say we're a little bit like a rudderless ship, but we're going somewhere tonight. We're not sure where.
I think people can tell already that we're a rudderless.
Hey guys, I noticed something different about the show. How it went off. It went off the rails. Went off the rails in the first 40 seconds. Yeah, anyway. Yes.
Hey,
Jen.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Oh, you're gonna say Jen's in class. We're gonna miss her for the next 6 weeks.
Yes.
Is that what you're gonna say?
I guess. I don't know. Jen is in class. She's always studying something. She's always making herself and the world better in some way every day. And she's my inspiration. Mm-hmm. We do miss her on the show. She's the organized one that makes sure we're all planned up and have things, talking points in order and all that. So we'll see how it goes. She might be sneaking out and watching the show right now. She'll certainly catch the replay. So Jen, we missed you tonight. Yeah. Good luck with the class, and we'll be rooting for you. And there might be, I think she has in mind some special surprises for the viewers. So it's not that you're not going to see her the entire time, but I don't want to say any more than that.
Right. But
another reason it's an exciting show tonight is we have Ali DiMatteo from the Farmers Market coming to join us a little bit later on. So stick around for that. But in the meantime, Sam, you posted something about getting flocked. What's that all about?
I totally got flocked, and I brought a friend with me out to the track side. Yes, the Melrose Ed Foundation is running their flocking fundraiser. And so I already put the link.
Say that 3 times fast.
Flocking fundraiser. And so, yes, definitely go out and get flocked, flock someone else that you flocking love. So
now what does that mean? So you get all the birds on your lawn, but what is it? Is it a fundraiser? Like I pay money to flock somebody? Like how does this work?
I pay money to flock somebody is exactly how it works.
It sounds semi-illegal, but if it's for the Ed Foundation, why not?
It's just like a high school prank of some sort.
Yes.
Yes, tell us more. How many birds are in your flock? Or what happens?
I think we had like 12. Some were flying up my stairs. We had fewer this afternoon than we did this morning. So I hope our neighbors didn't come by and take some, because that would be very sad. But I don't trust my neighbors generally, especially around birds. So, but yeah, it's fun. Go do it. Get some flocks.
Yeah.
Nice. I have seen that on a few houses as I've been moving around town, and I did actually want to know a little bit more about it because I wasn't aware of that. So thanks.
Oh, good to know. Next year, maybe we'll flock you. We'll use our
expense accounts to flock you.
Before I say more, I think I'm going to move on to the news segment. Yes, there is news, Melrose, and the first item we're talking about the senior class parade this Friday at 6 p.m. You line up. This is the day before all the restrictions are lifted, and I think this is a tradition that might continue on into the future. It's quite nice. I went out to watch Clara Martin and others celebrate last year.
Yeah.
My daughter's in the parade. Your son's in the parade this year, Tom.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. They line up at, they go down to Pine Banks and line up all the cars, decorate them, groups of kids, and they come down Main Street and end up at the school, and everybody like a parade, and we cheer them on. And it's a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And I was there last year as well. And I was telling others earlier, I didn't have a child last year. My son's in it this year. But last year, I went also for Clara Martin. And you just get choked up seeing all the kids. It's exciting. It's all happy. It's great. Everyone's together. Their cars are decorated. And the kids are having fun. And the horns are going and everything else. And I feel like this year, I'm curious and I'm hopeful. Last year, they really, really specified that nobody could stop at the high school once you got there in the car. You had to just go home. So there's no like parking and getting out and celebrating. So this year, I'm curious to know if they're going to lift that restriction or if it's the same where all the kids will drive to the high school and then just go home from there.
So if they did it the same, I'd be fine with that. I think the parade format is to avoid congregating, and it's fun. What's nice is also, you're probably in the loop on this as well, for the senior prom, for graduation.
Yeah, right.
A lot of the restrictions are lifted because it's June, first, second, third,
right.
fourth. It goes on into the following week when everything's lifted. And so there's not a limit on guests. The mask, I don't think there's any mask requirements.
Right.
The prom is going to have food. So things have happened fast, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But so even post COVID, like next year, I think the parade thing could still be fun, but we'll see what happens.
I think you're right.
So I did not make it last year. Do you have any pro tips for me? Should I bring a chair? Should I bring a t-shirt cannon? Like, what should I
do? Not bring a chair. This is to stand up and cheer. Get there early.
Okay.
Because it goes by not quickly. It's not like a high speed thing, but you want to get there before it starts. T-shirt cannon is never the wrong decision.
All right.
I think almost wherever you're going to Trader Joe's to get your groceries, T-shirt cannon over to produce. You're going to make friends.
Exactly.
All
right. So where are we going to be? We're just going to head out to Main Street from Wyoming?
West Wyoming and Main Street.
That's
so so
that's the cool kids corner. That's the cool kids corner.
So fans of the show can come down, say hi, maybe get a social distance autograph. You can tweet it out, celebrate the show as well as the kids. Anyway, go out and celebrate.
I have a prediction that next week's LTMM show will include photographs and videos. That's my prediction.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
Well, you're very smart. You know what else I'm going to predict is that beginning next week on June 1st at the Melrose Public Library will be open with no appointments required. Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, Sundays, 2 to 5. We will continue to offer front door pickup service through the end of June. So I was just over there today. I couldn't wait for the restrictions to be lifted. I've been reserving things online. Ginny Rowe, one of the librarians, helped me all worked up about this reading day thing. Turns out Sam and I are going to be speaking to the same set of classes on Thursday morning for reading day, but my youngest is graduating high school, and I got to find a book for a third grader. So it's been quite a journey, but reading is important. So we're gonna make our way through there. Sam, what are you going to reveal what you're going to read, or was it a surprise for Thursday?
I'm kind of still to be determined. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
It might be a game. It might be a game day decision. So
is there like a final list of 3 or 4, or what's it look like?
So it's the worst kind of instruction you could possibly get. Read whatever you want. I was hoping they would just hand me the script and off we go. But anyway, we'll see.
But yeah, it's for the Bridges. The Bridge has their community reading day every year, and I love doing it. I did get assigned to 3rd grade, but not my kids' class. So I asked my kids' teacher, "Who did you get?" And I couldn't believe it when she said Tom Catalini. So if get ready to be entertained, kids.
Yeah, I don't think they'll mind the air horn down at the Lincoln School. I think that's part of the curriculum now.
Yep.
Oh, anyway, Sam, what are you doing for Memorial Day? What's happening in town? Are we doing any events? Is there a place to gather? Are we still not gathering? Like, how's that working this year in Melrose?
So this year, I'm going to post a link. There are 2 ceremonial activities you can participate in. One is on Saturday. around 10 a.m. You can go to Wyoming Cemetery and lay the flags out at the graves. I'm not sure if it's open to the public, but I'm reading it as such. And then on Sunday at 10 a.m. also, you can go to the knoll and there'll be a ceremony there. So this is the weekend to honor those that were lost in serving our country. And yeah, it'll be, I think it's going to be an okay, I think Saturday is supposed to rain, but Sunday I think is supposed to be nice. But I'm not the weather guy here, so.
Oh my God. So Tom Shampoo.
Yes, sir.
I rely on you for this, right? So we had a bunch of musicians in my driveway this past weekend and a thunderstorm rolling through. And we panicked. We had one guy tell us, you got 5 minutes to get all the electric cleared up and throw tarps over everything. Tom Shampoo said, it's going to come by like within an inch, but we're going to be okay. And lo and behold, you were completely right, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm just reading the app, but yeah.
Your read on it is good though. So I think there's a little bit of an art to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of reading, Steph, Sam was reading that something about the chief assessor, and you were going to tell us about that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Please do.
I did see that Chris Wilcox is leaving City Hall, which is a big loss. I didn't work with him too closely, but he was the assessor is a big deal in town for municipal towns, for municipal stuff. But also he's kind of the data guy. So a lot of I think the pandemic and COVID numbers and communication, I think I feel like he orchestrated the web, put that together. He was instrumental. So it's kind of a big loss for Melrose.
Yeah, I read that in Mike Karaji's reporting was saying that the budget analytics and the graphs and the interactive budget that was just put online was kind of his project and one of the last things he was committed to doing before moving on. So thank you for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So my question is that what he brought because of who he is, or will the next person bring that as well?
I think that's just who he is. He was just that guy who did all this extra tech and data work and just brought he just did it for the city that he loves. So
yeah. Well, that's a loss for sure.
Well, right. Yeah. Not a lot of people make a big effort like that on the way out. You know what I mean? So that's we appreciate that.
Yep.
But who's coming in? Biddy and Bose.
Yes.
And I read in the patch that opening early July. Actually, sorry. I wanted to say I first heard this news break on Melrose Happenings, Mike Karaji's Instagram page. If you're not following that, follow that because that's where it broke first. And then the patch article comes out later. So that's really the cutting edge of breaking news in town. Melrose Happening on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So Biddy and Bose is coming early July, new coffee shop. Looking forward to that.
Can never have enough.
Right.
That's right.
And I think people are excited about this and they're looking forward to this opening up. So there'll be a new storefront on Main Street. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Well, you know what I hope they have outside, because it is the old Dimitri space. I hope they put those tables back out there so that we have more seating.
Yes, I'm sure they will.
Which brings me to the next item up is there was a $5,000 participatory budgeting competition for high school students, and we have the proposals to look at together. Did you guys take a look at them?
I have not.
Okay. I have not either.
Excellent.
Sorry.
They are to expand.
Let's talk Melrose. Keep it spontaneous on the show by.
All right, I'll look at.
So right, we'll tell you right now. Put them up. Let's go. A, B, or C.
Right through.
All right.
There. Always pick C, Tom.
Yes.
Oh no! In this case, you're going to want to pick A. I think. Well, I would pick
A. I pick A.
In some places, you can not only do you have participatory budgeting ideas and you crowdsource ideas, but then you also crowdsource what the community wants. So we're going to pretend we're going to leave number one for last, but the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Amazing Grace basketball court. So I think this is to provide an outdoor basketball court. I believe it's somewhere between the middle school and the high school for folks to play outside, which would be in honor and homage of the young woman who passed away recently, Grace. Yes, thank you. There was another one for the debate club. a group of open-minded students hoping to create an environment to exchange ideas and listen to the opinions of others. So they want to create a platform where the community is able to respectfully engage in thoughtful discourse.
I thought that was the show.
It's a budget to expand LTMM. If you click on each one, you can dive into it a little bit more. But I emphatically feel very passionately about the meet, seat, and eat Melrose, because I did, as you could tell, I'm struggling a little bit tonight to find a place to sit outside of my house that has a table, and Wi-Fi would be great, but I'm not asking for that. That's too much to ask for. But yes, let's get some seats downtown and in public parks. So they want to put in picnic tables and Adirondack chairs all over the place. So I highly, I just love this one. As you know, Tom, I get very passionate about the ability to sit.
You know what? They need to add to that, though, is a little bit of outdoor lighting.
Well, yes, right.
Yes.
It's getting darker and darker as we go here. That's great. These are all great ideas. So the meet, seat, eat is the one that won. Is that what you were revealing?
No, I don't know. I don't think any of them have. I don't think the announcement has been made of which one.
Okay,
won.
I like all of these, and I'm going to say we should contact these debate club kids. Some of that discourse could be an interesting segment on the show. You know, to have. I'd like to hear what they want to debate and what they want to discuss, because I think that's important. Sometimes it's not as robust as you might hope for in the Melrose community page when you're clicking through the comments. It's sometimes a little bit, people are short on time. They don't have a lot.
They're a little shy.
Whatever's going on. For whatever reason, the dynamics can be less than a traditional robust debate.
Right. Yep.
And one more. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to say, moving on.
This is all you.
I just want to move on and make sure that we have a chance to get everything in.
Yes.
Yeah, and get to the guest. So the Melrose Council on Aging is looking for volunteers, and there we are. I don't have any more information than that. Is there like a place?
There is.
Thank you very much.
Great reporting. Okay, I think it's time to bring on our guest, Ali DiMatteo from the Farmers Market. I think she is the chief hot dog over there. I don't know. We'll find out when she comes on. Let's play some music. So, Ali, sorry, I duffed your name earlier on, and I don't know your exact title, although I think you're in charge of literally everything in the farmers market. Is that accurate?
Almost. I'm chair of the board, so I make sure everything is running smoothly. We do have 2 very part-time employees, and I'm in charge of making sure they do their jobs as well.
Cool. So when is it? What's the latest? What's happening? When is it happening? Mm-hmm. Are the new restrictions lifting, opening up new opportunities? Give us a little summary if you will.
Yeah, we are super excited. We are a week and 2 days away from opening day. June 3rd. We have new hours again this year. We're just trying to find that sweet spot. 1 to 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 1 to 6 p.m. We are going to be opening back up. No restrictions as far as we know so far. It will be a little bit more like your typical farmers market. We are going to be placing the vendors back a little further to make space for lines. We know people won't want to be close to each other, but we are going to have live music.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So we're very excited. Breaking news.
Wait a minute. An announcement. I hope Karachi is tuned in.
We will have some new vendors this year. Cloutman Farm, an organic mushroom farm. May Dumplings. It's a great woman-owned dumpling shop that's going to be having prepared dumplings at the market.
Love that.
We're also going to be a pickup spot for some of the businesses that have been doing pickups in Melrose. So Mama Laws has been coming. We will be a pickup spot for them from 3 to 5 on Thursdays.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, pickup spot. And I
So
don't know
you can order from them online, and they will come and drop it off, and they'll have a table set up where you can pick it up.
Oh,
and
cool.
They have great food ready to eat, so you can pre-order your stuff, go to the market, grab your groceries, and then either take home your food or hopefully sit in the park. I would love to get that eat, meet, and
Oh yeah, the tables are on there
in the corner of the park, and people could sit at a picnic table and eat their food.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So,
Wow.
Oakvale Farms, Oakvale Farms that currently
Farms,
has the pickup, right? So so they have that already now. So you're adding two more stores that are bringing in stuff that people can order and then pick it up there.
Yeah, so Oakdale Farms has been doing deliveries all season long, even through the winter. They'll deliver to your house, which has been really great for a lot of people. And they've been a great partner with us, helping us do our SNAP Match program. So we've been able to do matching SNAP dollars all season long, all year long.
That's fantastic.
That's great. So any other prepared food vendors coming back that you can talk about? I love the ability to go down there, get a few things that I should be eating really healthy to bring home, but also then getting some stuff to eat there.
Yeah, so we will have the empanadas, which are frozen, but that will be something that you can take home. We will have the not arepas. I'm blanking on the corn
Tamales.
Tamale. Yes, Mr. Tamale will be back. There will be a few people that weren't there last year that are coming back again. So Kim Gregory's Pure Pastry, which I know is really popular, those like super delicious cookie sandwiches. If you want to get your sugar rush, great way to do it.
It's amazing. And then we have a lot of questions about with the new liquor ordinance passing, is the farmers market going to be able to get one of those? Can you sell it? Can they sell it? Is it consumption, not consumption? What do you predict, Ali?
We are still trying to figure out what that means for us. I think in the short time, what it will mean for us is that we will be able to have vendors like Aeronap come to our market, sell their food for you, sell their wine for you to consume at home. Whether they will be allowed to do tastings or not is something we are trying to figure out as we speak.
Is there anything we can do to help you figure that out?
No, we are working. We are asking the people.
All right, you let us know.
I'm not sure she's looking for that kind of help, Sam. Sam wants to go down there and just break all the rules to find out where they are. Like, if she doesn't know where the boundaries are, she's just going to start doing stuff.
Start kicking stuff over.
You just have to tell me when I've gone too far after it's already happened.
Anytime except Thursdays from 1 to 6. You should try and do that. Let's not get the farmers market shut down entirely.
Right.
So,
we want to enjoy it for a little while, at least.
Yeah, we are happy to see that ordinance passed. It wasn't something we pushed for, but it's nice to know that more of our vendors will be allowed to come to the park.
Okay, so you mentioned you're chairman of the board. There's a couple of employees. What about what is the structure? So is the farmers market an actual organization, and then you organize this? Like, what's the structure behind that? I didn't really realize that was happening.
Yeah, so about 5 years ago, a group of actually all women got together. The woman who had been running the farmers market before, Cindy Chabot, was looking to step away. And so a group of us got together and created an official board. We are a nonprofit under the Community Coalition currently. We are actually working right now actively to get our own 501c3 status.
Yep.
And so we are a 501c3 under the Community Coalition. Donations, which we love and are happy to take anytime, are all tax deductible and go to great things like the music, our SNAP program, and paying our folks who organize the vendors and all of that.
And then do the vendors rent booths? Is that the model?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So the vendors rent tables and they can rent it for just a week or the whole season, however they want to do it. Some vendors come every other week. Just depends on, the products they sell.
Yeah. So you have a way to generate revenue so that you can afford to run it, so that it's run well, it's all organized and run professionally. And you mentioned donations. We talked about this, I think, on the show before, and I'm not sure I have a handle on it, but does Garden Remedies contribute funds to the farmers market? And I'm not sure how that works, and maybe you could tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are very lucky and fortunate to have Garden Remedies has been a partner with us for a few years. A couple years ago, their staff would come to the market and volunteer. They would help us set up and take down our tents and our market tables and all of that stuff. This just a few months ago, they were so generous and gave us a $10,000 grant to help us fund our market. Which was great. Last year, because of COVID, we weren't able to do any fundraising, really. We usually do an urban farm tour, which we are going to be doing again this year. And we have done in the past farm-to-table dinners up at Mount Hood. And those generate revenue to help us with our snap match and just to help us, like I said, run the market. So we were a little bit in the hole last year, and Garden Remedies actually bailed us out, which was really great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
thanks.
I can hear that.
Well, what's the urban garden tour? How does that work, and when does that happen?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing the urban farm tour again this year. We've done it 2 years ago and then 2 years before that. So what we do is people give us a donation, and on the day of the tour, which will be July 24th this year, you can come meet us at the market, and we'll have maps available with descriptions, and there will be about 10 folks who will open their backyards to the Melrose community, and you can check out what they have back there. And some people have really crazy things, like goats, for example.
Yeah, the chickens, I know, is one of them. There's like most chickens per capita of any city in the Suffolk County, I think.
Yes. We have a lot of chickens.
We're in Middlesex, by the way.
I was just saying, what city is he talking about?
Counties.
The eastern counties.
One of these counties. We got goats.
Craig Mulway says there are goats.
There are goats, yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know there were goats either. Yeah, there are goats. There we go. Proof.
There are goats. People have, in Melrose, people have very different yards. Some people have really small yards, some people have big yards, some people have tiered yards, and some people do really amazing stuff with them. So I love to go. It's always inspiring to check out other people's yards.
There's a guy who wants to build his whole house on a rock in Melrose. I'm not sure if that ever has gone through, but
maybe he'll have a mountain goat in the back.
Yeah,
that's what
that's where the goat could come in.
Option. Yeah.
So, Ali, you're very, very passionate about a lot of things in generally, but I never knew how you got started being passionate about farmers markets and food insecurity. How did that come about?
That's a very interesting, astute question, Sam. A long time ago in my former life, I worked for a member of Congress from Miami in a very urban, low-income area. Now, Florida has lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, great growing season, but in urban areas, especially Overtown district in Miami, there is no fresh produce to be found. And so that's sort of where I started working on food and food insecurity issues within his district, Kendrick Meek. And coming to Melrose, I moved to Melrose about 5.5 years ago and just fell in love with the farmers market. What a great community gathering spot. And when they were looking for people to help them volunteer and create this board, I just thought it was a great way to get involved in the community.
That's fantastic.
That calls for an air horn, I think.
Nice.
But it's been really great. I mean, you don't think about food insecurity in a town like Melrose often, but it is a problem. I mean, there was a Boston Globe article a few weeks ago about food insecurity in Massachusetts, and the rates are astounding. Over 1.7 million people are food insecure currently in Massachusetts.
Wow. And somebody mentioned the other day that there's still quite a line outside of the YMCA in Malden that donates food all the time. And we've done a lot of food donations here as well. But to your point, people are still in need of secure pipelines of nourishment. So thank you, Ali, for everything you do. I love the farmers market too, although I don't partake in the consumption as much as I probably should. But maybe when that beer garden comes, we'll swing by more often.
Absolutely. I will be there all the time then.
All right, that's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Ali, we thank you so much for joining the show and sharing your backstory and all that information. I learned a lot about the farmers market this evening, just the behind the scenes structure. And so it's nice that it's on a solid foundation. And thank you for your efforts with that and about the urban garden tour and all these other things. It's just it's exciting, and it's going to be nice to get down there and check out all the new stuff and participate. I'm going to get an empanada.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
All right. And now is the time to dance it off, right, Ali? We're going to see y'all around town and at the farmers market.